Let me start off by saying that I know it's been a really long time coming, but Season 3 of Castlevania is right around the corner. It's finally coming out. We finally have a publicly released trailer. Once you see the trailer and we break it down, I think you'll really come to appreciate how long it's really taken to produce this season. Season 1 was only 4 episodes, very light on action. Season 2 was twice as long, 8 episodes, with some really great action near the end. Season 3 is 2 more episodes on top of that, and it's going to be very action heavy from what it seems, so yeah, it took a little while for them to get that made. Today we're going to see the trailer, we're going to talk about it, break it all down, scene by scene, and see what it could all mean. There is a lot to unpack. I have a lot to say about this one. It absolutely shows a couple of things that fans of the video game series are going to flip out over. And while the trailer doesn't give you too many specific details as to what the overall story is, there's definitely enough for you to kind of piece it all together and see what's going on here. So let's go ahead and watch the trailer together. If you've already seen it, go ahead and skip ahead like a minute and a half. But I recommend that you watch it again because it is that awesome. Okay, so real quick, I uploaded the video here on YouTube. It instantly got blocked by a copyright claim, so I can't show the full trailer. I'll post a link in the description below for those that want to see it. Let's just go ahead and break it down. To start things off, the trailer basically confirms that after Dracula's death, there is no peace. Everything is in complete chaos. I really like that, because although the actual details are a little different, it falls in line with what happened just before Curse of Darkness in the video game universe, where once Dracula died, he released his curse, drove the entire land mad, everyone's killing each other and whatnot, to the point where the curse even influenced Isaac and Hector's actions in the game without them even realizing it. In this Netflix version, it looks like Isaac is in fact going around the land building an army of monsters himself, as a Devil Forge Master like the ending of Season 2 predicted. And you can see that right here in this shot too, and I do believe I see some mermen down there in yellow. That's awesome. One thing about the trailer I can immediately say is a vast improvement over Season 1 and 2 is the variety of monsters that we're going to be seeing. There's so many different ones here. I mean, look at this shot at the end of the trailer when Trevor and Sypha are surrounded. Once again, reminds me of monsters you fight in Curse of Darkness. The designs look so good. And I thought that this right here could be a Minotaur. Looks like one, but his horns look almost like antlers, so I don't know. Maybe it's an original thing inspired by the Minotaur. I just love that we're getting so many different designs. In the first season, for example, it just kind of felt like every monster was just a flying winged demon. Speaking of Castlevania monsters, this has got to be Legion. We are getting Legion this season, if I'm right. If you look at this shot carefully, Isaac is turning people into monsters, and bodies are falling out of an enormous round thing in the background. In the games, of course, Legion's a demonic creature surrounded by hundreds of bodies. This is absolutely some form of this character, and I'm pumped to see what it means for the story. I mean, what else could it really be? Look at that. And Carmilla makes a comment that there's complete chaos outside, so it seems that she's not aware of Isaac running around either. She's more witnessing everything happening, so I suspect she's going to be more just kind of bunkered down in her castle, staying enclosed, making her own plans, and Hector's still her prisoner, being abused by the vampires. For the life of me, I can't decide if this red-haired girl is some kind of Netflix version of Rosalie, or maybe Laura, like my original theory. I'm kind of geared towards the Laura theory again now, because she seemed like she was also mistreating Hector, and we also have confirmation that she's definitely a vampire. Look at those teeth. So I'll go ahead and say it's Laura. And Alucard is shown at the beginning fighting someone outside Dracula's castle. I don't think this character he's fighting is actually going to be important. I think it's going to be one of those random characters show up and we never see again, because at the end of Season 2, he did say he was concerned that people would come and try to pillage the knowledge in Dracula's castle. So it looks like here he's just kind of protecting it from outsiders. I am curious if he's going to cross paths with Trevor and Sypha again, because based on this first trailer, they never show all three of them together. And Trevor looks like he's a much more confident vampire hunter now, eager to get into fights. But did you notice that awesome shot of him at the beginning? Trevor is using 2 whips simultaneously. He's got both of them. He's got the Morning Star in one hand and the original whip he was wielding in the other, which is unnamed in the actual series. I'm hoping we do get an explanation how these are connected to the vampire killer, or if the vampire killer is even a thing in the Netflix universe. It might not be. But there's something even more important here to notice. Look at the floor. There's a symbol there. We are definitely going to see Dracula's cult. The humans that adore him and constantly resurrect him. I don't recall ever seeing that symbol in-game, but it's definitely some kind of Dracula cult. Throughout the trailer, you see humans encouraging the extinction of humanity, encouraging Isaac to destroy them all. And check this out, Trevor is fighting humans that have the same symbol on their arm. we have Dracula's cult, and I hope they call them the Order of Shadows. That'd be a cool little nod to the awful cell phone game, and it would also give them a name. And we're definitely going to Japan for some reason. I'm really confused as to what we're seeing here. This looks totally original. Perhaps it's a flashback of some sort. I say that because the Japanese vampire that was one of Dracula's generals in season 2 seemed to have died, unless she survived somehow. But yeah, we see her again right here. Maybe we're getting some backstory on how vampires have affected the rest of the world. I like that a lot because Dracula isn't the only vampire in Castlevania lore. There are others. I'm glad the trailer didn't actually show us Dracula. I think it's reasonable to believe that he'll be back, especially with a cult of humans around that worship him. I've watched this trailer 1,000 times already, and I cannot wait for March 5th to get here. But leave me some comments down below. I really want to know what the Castlevania fans on this channel got out of this trailer. Maybe there's some details I missed that you noticed. Start the conversation down below. I'll catch you guys later. Since you made it to the end of this video, I assume you enjoyed it, so why don't you go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any new content. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, links in the description below, and if you'd like to support the channel, you can join my Patreon or become a channel member. This is Fabian, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.